good, y'all, and welcome to my review for Blue Beetle. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I finally watched it. It just got out, it recently got added to HBO Max. I don't know when. I checked it like a week ago or so, and I saw it was on. I was like, oh, cool. Well, I'll watch it over the weekend, and here we are. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, finally. And overall, man, as I guess you can say, the prologue chapter to the DCU, which James Gunn's new DC Cinematic Universe, he has said this is kind of like chapter 0 of it, with I believe the new Superman movie is going to be the actual true beginning of the DCU. I think I'm not entirely sure on that one, if I remember everything correctly, but something along those lines. Regardless, man, overall, this was a fantastic movie, man. I loved it. I had a blast watching it. And, yeah, let's just jump right in, man. So the movie is written by Angel Manuel Soto, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and stars Zolo Mandueña, if I said that right, Bruna Marquezina, if I'm saying that right, Becky G, Susan Sarando, George Lopez, and many more. Like I said, I apologize for butchering those names. I probably did. I may be half Hispanic, but I can't speak a lick of Spanish. And the plot of Blue Beetle is Jaime Reyes suddenly finds himself in the possession of an ancient relic of an alien biotechnology called the Scarab. When the Scarab chooses Jaime to be its symbiotic host, he's bestowed with an incredible suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unprecedented power, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero Blue Beetle. Now, overall, the cast is great. Zolo Mandueña, like I said, if I'm saying his name right, he was great in the movie. Like, I know he was been in some other stuff. I think a lot of people have been known from Cobra Kai. Apparently, haven't watched that show. Never really been a big Karate Kid guy. But yeah, in this movie, he's great. I know some people have been throwing around his name to play Ace in the One Piece live action. Saw that a little bit after this movie came out. Which, I don't watch One Piece, man, so I cannot confirm it. Yes, he's the perfect guy for that role. I don't watch One Piece, nor do I read One Piece. But he was great in the movie, man. I thought Zolo was great as Jaime, and yeah, he was his performance was great. The rest of the cast was great as well. George Lopez, though, man, steals the show, man, as I expected, man. When I saw him in the trailer, man, I knew George Lopez was going to be a highlight of the movie, and he did not disappoint, man. He stole the show with his ridiculous conspiracy theories and random antics he was doing, bro. Rudy, he was a highlight movie without doubt. Completely stole the show from me. And like I said, man, it was good to see George Lopez again in the movie, because I haven't seen that dude in a movie in God knows how long, man. So it's good to see him again. Always a pleasure seeing George Lopez. The rest of the cast was great. They definitely do shine. Most of the other family members do have their moments to shine, especially during around the midpoint of the movie when shit starts to really get crazy. Not to get into spoilers, but they definitely have to get some great performances there, man. So yeah, no complaints overall. The cast, man. The CGI, I have to say, looked great, man. Definitely these CGIs were definitely given the time that they need to actually finish it. The CGI looked great for the transformations. They had some really cool shots in there with the camera zooming into Jaime's eye. That looks really cool. And there was also just some really cool, unique camera work. A lot of aerial shots or top-down shots that kind of go back down to more of a grounded floor level kind of thing. Man, they did a lot of movie, man. They looked great, man. I always like when they did that, man. There were some really nice cameras. There were some really unique and creative cameras in this film. The music, I thought, was overall really good as well. They had some banger tracks thrown in there, man. And definitely the fight scenes, man, are fantastic. Man, they got some really good camera angles and something too, man. But of course, when Jaime, I forgot his name, Jaime starts getting crazy with the different weapons. Of course, when he breaks out that Buster Sword, man. Oh man, that was awesome, bro. Then when he brought the Buster Sword, we were all losing our shit over the Buster Sword in the trailer, man. And when we actually see him using it in the film, man, it's fucking awesome, man. He's awesome. Love the fights in the movie. They were really well done, well choreographed, well shot, well directed, everything. The comedy is well done, man. Obviously, we had in the trailer that one shot of Jaime's grandma rocking a turret, man. And when we kind of get the story behind that and when she actually starts using the damn thing, man, it's pretty funny and kind of just what the fuck in the best way possible, man. So yeah, the comedy is really well done, man. And one other thing I also thought was really kind of cool, because as you guys may know, Blue Beetle, that Jaime, obviously he's in the original Blue Beetle. There was a Blue Beetle in the comics before him that had the mantle before he kind of took it over. Kind of became, I would almost say, the face of Blue Beetle. I think a lot more people know Jaime is Blue Beetle being Hispanic rather than a white guy. Unless you're like some really old school comic fan. If you're someone like throughout my age, you probably know Jaime more as a Blue Beetle from like the DC animated movies, like Injustice and some other material, man. But I liked how this movie incorporated, at least now, I like that I've never read a single Blue Beetle comic in my life, so I don't know how well if this is the same person that was Blue Beetle before Jaime took over the mantle in like the comics or whatnot. But I liked how they incorporated the original Blue Beetle and kind of mentioned there was a Blue Beetle before him that had the mantle there. I thought that was a really nice touch, man. I thought that was a nice way of them integrating that there were the two different people that have used or have rocked the moniker of the Blue Beetle. I thought that was really cool. I like the way how they incorporated that as well. I thought that was really well done, man. Obviously, as you guys know, this movie being based off of being like Chapter 0, but kind of also was originally meant to be part of the DCEU. You get a handful of references in there, like I think there was one where Jaime's wearing like a sweatshirt that had like Gotham on it. Mentions like, oh, I can't fly, Superman can fly, you know, you had all that, man, which definitely kind of makes me wonder what the timeline's going to be for the DCU when that fully gets over with like Superman, the Superman movie, I keep forgetting what it's called, the new Superman movie, and like of course Brave and the Bold and everything, man. So I'm curious to know how that's going to integrate with that, and you know where Blue Beetle will take fully in the chronology of the DCU once we really get started. We get that Superman movie and all the other movies that we have for what was it? What do you call it? Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. I think is what he called it when he first introduced us to I guess you can say the Phase 1 slate for the DCU, man, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that was cool. But one thing that I thought was awesome, man, that I thought was a really cool touch is that we see all these different weapons getting used. To not get into spoilers, but the scene that we saw in the trailers where Jaime's grandma grabs a turret, man, his sister grabs this other weapon that is literally built out of a power glove. Bro, when I saw that, man, I popped big for that one. If you guys follow me on Twitter, that's why I posted as my review for the film on my Twitter page, man. I thought it was pretty cool that we actually got to see the power glove get used, man. That was cool, man, to see the power glove get used as like a weapon. They never mentioned it was a power glove, never said anything about the power glove, but if you know, you know, man. And I thought that was a cool little Easter egg of throwing in there the power glove. It might not have never actually worked for the NES, man, but damn it looked cool, man. That power glove looks sick, so it was cool to see the power glove make an appearance within the film. So that was pretty cool, Steven. That was definitely a big one that I popped for. Now, in terms of like, I guess you would say flaws, hell, man, like, yeah, first of all, not all the Spanish is translating to English, man. There are some scenes where they don't get subtitles. Now, I assume it's because it's nothing really, that meaningful or important to the plot. More or less, just kind of flavor text, just for like an added for the scene or whatnot. But I don't speak Spanish, man. I like to know what the characters are saying, so it would have been nice if every piece of Spanish got translated, man, because like I said, I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, man. So that's always kind of a thing that kind of bugs me sometimes with movies that have characters speak in a foreign language sometimes so that they don't subtitle everything they say. It's like, bro, would like to know what they're saying, bro. Can you give me some subtitles? I do not speak the language. You know what I mean? Also, I guess you can say the villains are nothing really to write home about, man. But the main villain, the one that actually faced off against Jaime in the climax of the film and everything, man, gotta say, bro, his suit is fucking awesome, bro. His suit looks amazing, man. And when they're going at it, bro, it's amazing. Like I said, the fight scenes in this movie were really well done, man. I really like the fight choreography. They were well directed and shot everything, man. They were really well done. Like I said, when that Buster Sword comes out, man, ooh, it's fucking awesome, man. But yeah, the villains are like kind of very one note, especially the main woman that's like the big billionaire. It's like, oh, fuck minorities, you people mean nothing, Like the movie thankfully doesn't do no shit where it's like, oh, white people be evil and beats you over the head with some all white people are the devil kind of bullshit, man. That the movie definitely could have gone in there where it thankfully doesn't, man. So they're not super obnoxious with that kind of thing. But hey, man, the villains serve the purpose for the film, for the themes that the film was telling, man. But they're definitely not the type of villains you are going to remember, after you see the movie, and be like, oh yeah, man, you remember the villains of Blue Beetle, man? Oh, some of the best DCU villains, man. That's not gonna happen with these guys. But they're very one note. But I think they serve their purpose for the film for the story that the film was telling. Excuse me. But yeah, man. Not going to be doing a sports coverage for this movie because there's really nothing more that crazy I could talk about, man. Now, maybe for hardcore Blue Beetle fans, there were Easter eggs in there and setups and maybe some certain comic events there are comic arcs that are going to maybe get adapted in a follow-up sequel that has some super excitement. But like I said, I'm a Marvel guy, man. I don't read Blue Beetle. I definitely am more interested in Blue Beetle after watching the film, and I thought Jaime is a great character, and I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to have in store for him for the future of the DCU, whether it's in sequels or other movies he's going to be appearing in within the DCU and all that jazz, man. But you know, I'm not Blue Beetle, so I haven't really got much more to say other than that, man. But the post-credit scene, the mid-credit scene, the post-credit scene was kind of really nothing. But the big credit scene, man, that definitely had me intrigued, man. So yeah, if you're a Blue Beetle fan, I'm sure y'all are excited about that one, man. But yeah, don't got much more to say other than that, guys. So I recommend you guys check the movie out if you have not. If you for some reason did not watch the movie in theaters and you were excited for it, definitely give it a watch, man. Like I said, it's on HBO Max right now, so go give it a watch, man. And yeah, overall, my final rating for this movie is going to be a 9 out of 10, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on social if you feel like it. Links are screwed below, and as always, come out for more. See you guys next time.